everyone, and thank you for joining me in my cooking channel Czech Cookbook. As you see, I'm wearing my Christmas apron, which means that we are going to make Christmas cookies. This one is non-baked, which means it's super fast, and it's another very popular Christmas cookie that lots of people in Czech Republic make. Here we have rum, you might have noticed. It's Captain Morgan, so these are called Rum Balls. So that's what we are going to make. And what I understand, the Czech rum is made out of potatoes, and the US rum, or the original rum, is made out of sugar cane. So the taste is a little different, but it's okay, it's still delicious. So I hope you will give it a try. But I tried to make it as close as possible to the original taste. In Czech we have special wafers. Those are round, little round wafers called piškoty. And that's what we would use in this recipe. But you cannot really find the same taste. So I was thinking what to use that's so popular in US, and that's graham crackers. So I'm going to use that. So let's start with the recipe so you know exact measurements. We have half a cup of raisins, half a cup of rum. I have the spiced original Captain Morgan. I wanted to say Captain Jack, no Jack Sparrow, no. Captain Morgan rum. Then we have 1 cup of walnuts. This is a box of honey-made honey flavor, and it's 14.4 ounces, but we will not use all of them because that's too much. And there are 3 packages, so we will be using a little more than 2 packages, but I will get there later. But using the whole box is just too much. Then we will need milk chocolate, and I know another popular is in US Hershey's. We will be using 2 bars, and each bar is 1.55 ounces, so total 3.10 ounces of milk chocolate. And then the last thing is half a cup of powdered sugar, and also for dipping them or rolling them, we'll be rolling them in a coconut. It will be unsweetened coconut. I forgot to put it up, so imagine there is here a tray with unsweetened coconut. So let's start. First we will need to cut these raisins. I got the smallest raisins. I packed it a lot, so it's half a cup. And see, they're pretty tiny already, but let's chop them even more. You can just run the knife carefully through this, just like that. But try to get the smallest one you find. So this is perfect. It got a little bit stuck to the knife, so just carefully remove it. And now let's put it into a small bowl. And now we'll pour half a cup of rum on top of the raisins and let them soak a little bit. Some people let it soak overnight, so it works like this too. It will have a little bit of time to soak up at least. So make sure they're all submerged in the rum and set it aside. We will be using food processor, which lots of people already have. But I normally like to use this grinder because it grinds it really nicely, and this would be for the walnuts and for the milk chocolate. And I will show you, just in case you don't have food processor but you have this grinder, what I do with the graham crackers. And for the graham crackers, I just used a little bit, and this is in a beautiful Ziploc with Christmas decorations. So you just close it. So this is if you don't have the food processor. You get this tenderizer for meat, and you just beat it. So it's super easy, so you just crush it like that. But now I will show you how I'll make it in a food processor. So here is the food processor bowl, and you will need these knives. So let's put it in. Here I have the crushed graham crackers that I just crushed. So this was out of the first package, so let me add more. And you want to crush it a little bit, so in a half is enough. Break it in half. Now this is the second package. And out of the third package, we will let's use just 2. So it would be around 12 ounces. But we will need to see, and if it's too soft, we will need to add more, and if it's too thick, then you need to add more rum. But I think this will be perfect because I was working on this recipe like 5 times, I think, so I think finally it's ready. Now we will add 1 cup of walnuts and 2 Hershey's bars, 3.10 ounces total. And you want to break it in small pieces. So try to do the little squares. That's why I like the grinder, the hand grinder better, because it actually shapes it really nicely. But this one will break it into pieces. So you have to make sure that you do it enough so you don't have, you mix it enough so you don't have big chunks of chocolate. This is all we need to put into food processor, and now we will mix it. I will be mixing it on low. Make sure that it goes long enough so the chocolate is not in a big chunks, but is nicely broken up into small pieces. And you want to go as long as you see it all still mixing, and then it starts to stick together, and that's when you know that it's about done. So make sure to check, and if you don't see any big chocolate pieces, then you can turn it off. So let's start. As you could see at the end, it started to slow down and stuck together. So that's when you know that it's all mixed in. So this is perfect, and I don't see any big chunks of chocolate. So here is our mixture. Let's first get the knife out so it does not fall out. Now put it inside of a bowl, all of it. Let's add half a cup of powdered sugar. Mix it all together. And if you by any chance see bigger pieces of chocolate, then break it in your hands. And now we'll be adding our bowl with half a cup of raisins chopped up and half a cup of rum that was soaking for some time. And now let's mix it all together. The rum smells amazing with all the ingredients added to it. Oh, such a nice smell. Mix it really well. This looks good, and it's already sticking nicely together, which I think will be enough. And I don't have to add any more graham crackers. So this will be perfect to roll our balls with this texture. And now we can get the coconut and start rolling. Here I have a tray with the unsweetened coconut. I don't have exact measurements because I don't know how much you will need exactly, but just get plenty of unsweetened coconut. And then you will need some Tupperware that has a lid because you will want to keep them in the fridge just closed off. And they will actually get hardened, and they will get even better maybe after a few days or a week. Right now they'll be a little strong, but as they marinate in the fridge, they will get less strong. So let's start rolling. But you don't have to wait. It's really no big deal. They're still really good. So let's rip a little piece. Roll it, and this is perfect. It's firm enough. If it would be too soft, it will stick to your hands, and then you will have to add more graham crackers. You just roll it in a coconut, and ta-da! Here is your rum ball. And now you can make all of these. It makes about 50 rum balls. It depends how big you make them. but this recipe makes around 50